90s staple that first made Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen fashion icons is back. Yes, it's the return of the scrunchie. Julia Grieve is here from Pre-Love. Look at her scrunchie. Remember these? You know why I'm not mad that this is back? Because they actually hold hair really, really well.
This is it. Nobody's mad. Nobody's mad.
I'm not mad at it.
This is a trend that's been trying to come back for a while.
Yes.
Like, honestly, like 2014 was the launch of Instagram scrunchies. Scrunchies of Instagram. They had a site posting where it was all pictures of old Instagram photos. You know, scrunchies. I always was laughing that I kept thinking that Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City, her famous line was, "No woman would be caught dead in a hip downtown restaurant in a scrunchie."
In a scrunchie.
Well, she's gonna have to take that back.
Take it back, Carrie.
Especially because Balenciaga launched theirs this season for $200.
Oh my gosh.
$200 for a scrunchie. Okay.
How much do yours cost that we're about to make?
I'm gonna show you how to make it for $1, and then you can take that $199 and go to the downtown restaurant.
I love that. Okay, good. Let's make a scrunchie for $1.
Exactly. So
let's take some old material first of all.
Exactly. So find material they've got lying around the house. Obviously, my favorite would be sort of silk scarves.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's again why I think they're, like you said, you're not mad that they're back. They're functionable, right? Like elastic can actually break hairs. So if you have it wrapped in a nice thing like a silk scarf, it will actually protect your hairs.
Okay.
So silk scarves, whatever you've got lying around, denim shirts, whatever. Next thing you're going to need is elastic.
Okay.
So pick the type of different elastics. There's different widths in elastic.
Okay.
So if you go with the thicker one, you're obviously going to make a much bigger scrunchie. If you go with the thinner one, that's sort of more of what you see, what Mary-Kate and Ashley were rocking. So that thinner one, which I would say is about a 1/4 inch, is a great length. To measure, very simple. Obviously, where do most scrunchies end up? Around your wrist.
That's right.
Right? So you're just going to measure your wrist like that. Once it's measured, then we're going to just snip it, cut it, and then you've got sort of your basic to go with there.
Nice. And the elastic fabric stores, craft places.
Absolutely, but you know what you can also use is an elastic band.
Oh, you
can actually use an elastic band as well. So you've got it already in your house. Once you've got your elastic cut, now comes the 3 rule. So you take your fabric and you want to make sure that the fabric is at least 3 inches tall.
Okay.
So we're going to measure that. So you just measure 3 inches. You're going to make a little mark. This is 1, 2, and 3. So we've got our little mark. And then, as I said, the 3 rule, you want to make the fabric 3 times as long as what your elastic was.
Got it.
So then we just measure that. 1, 2, and 3. Because you need lots of fabric for it to scrunch.
It needs to scrunch. That's
right?
the whole point.
Then you just measure that out, do your measurements, do a little handy-dandy cut, which I've already done for you.
Nice.
So we've got the cut piece. Then we're going to have to fold this in half now and get this ready to go.
Okay.
So what I would do is you want to make sure when you fold that your inside, the good side, is on the inside. Does that make sense? The right side of the fabric is actually turned in, like that, because we'll end up turning this outside. So once it's done like this, we just are going to put sort of pins through it, and you're really just making a nice tube. And then you're going to pin across like that and get it ready to be sewn. Now you can use a needle and a thread, obviously, sewing machine.
Yeah.
As much as I love glue, as much as I love staples, because that's the joke, I don't even know how to sew. I'm a DIY expert. Don't know how to sew. I've got lots of people that do, but you know,
clothing line,
you know, exactly, who needs to know how to sew? But this project does work a lot better if you actually can get it sewn, but it's one strip, right? So you're going to sew it along there and be ready to, it'll look like this.
Okay.
Another little hack that I like to use when I'm using fabrics pieces that are small, instead of ironing, because you always got to bring out the iron. Look how small this is. Get a hair straightener. Right through it.
I like that.
Easy. So again, quick and easy. Steam it through that.
You got it on anyways.
Exactly. Well, you're going to do your hair, then you can steam your fabric.
That is smart.
So then what you have to do is flip this inside out. So you would put sort of a safety pin through it, feed it through, and then you've got your tube. Right, so then it flips around and then your tube's done.
You haven't put the elastic in there yet, have you?
No. Now we're going to take our elastic and we're going to put this through. So it's pretty quick. I mean, you're just going to feed the elastic through it And
this is like a craft for the.
You know what?
I can see myself doing this with my daughter. She would love this.
Exactly, and that's the whole thing.
And then she'd want to wear it.
Exactly,
all
and
of them at the same time.
You are seeing scrunchies everywhere, every store, everything, and they don't even remember the first time around.
No, they don't.
You know, they think you're so cool that you can show pictures of you wearing them first time around.
Look what I made up, kids.
Exactly.
I invented it.
Exactly. So then, yeah, it's going to come through here. Again, simple, easy projects. So then you've got that. Comes through, just tie a knot. You don't even have to sew the elastic at the end.
Oh, this is the best part of it.
You can just do a little tie knot at the end, and then we're good to go.
And then if you are are you attaching the two pieces of fabric together? So are we sewing that
We would do a little stitch
there,
a little but
stitch
sometimes,
there.
you know, once it's done, you can even, once this is tied in a knot, there we go. It can even
exactly tuck it in.
Exactly, because it's already a loop. And it's in the hair.
Show us your finished scrunchie.
So there's the scrunchie. Here's another one here. You can add ribbons to it. You can add sparkles. You can do anything, really. It's really fun.
Very cool. Go start looking for those scrap pieces of fabric, guys. We've got all the instructions for how to do Julia's amazing DIY at cityline.tv.